The Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. Final laps. The World Championship balances on a knife edge. Inside his cockpit, Sora steals a glance at the rearview mirror through a slow corner. In the mirror, rival principal Ito mouths a command. His lips form every syllable. 2 words, lost in the roar of engines, but for Sora, they were as clear as a whisper.
2-stop. He actually just ordered a 2-stop for Yuto. Sora thumbed the radio. Strategy change. We're going 1 stop. Trust me.
His engineer's protest crackled through the headset, but Sora's tone left no room for argument. On the pit wall, Principal Ito had no idea his silent instruction had just been intercepted.
They never learned to see the way I do, and they never will.
A hidden advantage, born from a world of silence, and no one else on the circuit had a clue. But this story began far from any racetrack. It began in a silent house, where a boy learned to see words. Sora's parents were deaf. Their love was spoken through hands, and their son's first language was movement.
Every curl of the mouth, every silent pause, it was like a word only I could hear.
He would sit for hours watching the muted television, deciphering the silent conversations of strangers. The world speaks in many ways. His mother signed. You see what others miss. By his teens, he could read a whisper from across a crowded room, a skill none of his friends understood. He began to write it all down. Patterns, habits, the secret language of faces, a notebook no one else could read.
They speak so loudly, when you know how to listen.
It was a gift born from silence, invisible, absolute, and it would one day change everything. But back then, no one knew. Not his teachers, not his classmates, and certainly not the world of racing he would step into. Years later, Sora stepped into a Formula One cockpit for the first time, a rookie with a secret no one could guess. During a practice session, he noticed in slow corners his rearview mirror perfectly framed the pit wall.
If I can read lips from across a room, I can read them from across a track.
He tested it, a rival principal barking orders. Sora deciphered every word from 80 meters away. He used the intel to pull off a perfect overtake. His engineer called it instinct. Sora called it reading the room.
If anyone finds out, but this is too good. A map of the battlefield.
He started a new notebook, Pit Wall Calls, principle by principle, a private encyclopedia of team tactics. Ito prefers 2-stop when trailing by less than 3 seconds. Marita panics under pressure, decoded and locked away.
They'll never see me coming. Not until it's too late.
The risk was enormous, but the advantage? Invisible, absolute, and no one on the grid had a clue. For 2 seasons, Sora used his gift like a scalpel. Precise, invisible, only when it mattered most.
How does he do it? Every time I think I have him, he's already 2 steps ahead.
That kid! He reacts a split second before we even call the radio. It's not natural.
I've been watching him. It's like he's reading our minds. No one's that lucky.
The whispers grew louder as the season finale approached. Unspoken accusations filled the paddock.
They're getting too close. But the championship is 1 race away. I can't stop now.
He thumbed through his notebook one last time. Every move decoded, every weakness mapped.
Sora thinks he's so clever. I'll show him in Abu Dhabi. I'll destroy him on track.
The final race of the season, a showdown in the desert, and the entire paddock buzzing with unspoken accusations. Sora stood at the edge of glory, or the edge of a cliff. He could no longer tell the difference.
His pit calls align with rival strategies 94% of the time. Nobody's instinct is that perfect.
Technical delegate Kaede had been quietly analyzing Sora's race pace patterns for 18 months.
I need all onboard footage from his car. Focus on every mirror check. Leave nothing out.
She began watching the races in a new way. Not the track, the mirror. In the penultimate race, Sora used the mirror again. A flicker, a read, a move so sharp it secured him a podium.
He was looking at us, right during the braking zone. I saw his helmet turned toward the pit wall. That kid is cheating somehow. I know it, and I am going to prove it.
He saw me. He doesn't know what he saw, but he saw me looking. The clock is ticking louder now.
In a darkened control room, Kaede watched the same footage. And for the first time, she allowed herself a small nod.
I know what you are doing, Sora, but not yet. Not until I understand it completely.
After that podium, Sora felt the walls closing in. The secret that had carried him now whispered of ruin.
I need to see them. The only people who ever understood what it means to communicate without speaking.
He went home. The kitchen where he first learned to listen with his eyes. His parents welcomed him with open hands. His father signed slowly. Victory without honor is empty. Remember who taught you to read the world.
They'd be ashamed if they knew. Or would they understand? This is the only way I know.
Across the paddock, Kaede moved in silence. A question here, a raised eyebrow there, gathering the shape of the truth.
Have you noticed anything unusual about Sora's racecraft? Any instinct that seems too sharp?
The principals whispered, but Kaede only listened. Every hunch was a piece of the puzzle.
I am not cheating. I am using what they gave me. This is my language.
He closed his notebook. The final race was days away. Whatever the cost, he would see it through. The Abu Dhabi paddock buzzed with tension. Final race. Everything on the line.
They're watching me already. Ito and Morita. Like vultures circling.
Today we catch him. I don't know how he does it, but we'll be ready to protest.
Sora caught their glare. Their lips moved with the weight of accusation. Then he saw them, his parents in the stands, hands moving in a language only he could feel. We believe in you. They signed it again and again, as if pushing the words into his chest.
This is my language, my advantage. I won't apologize for being born into silence.
In the garage, he opened the notebook. Every decoded call, every rival weakness, stared back at him.
If they knew, they'd call it cheating, but I call it seeing. And today I see victory.
He snapped the notebook shut. In the distance, engines roared to life. The final race was moments away. A sudden downpour soaked the track before qualifying. The visibility dropped to almost nothing.
I can't see the pit wall. The spray is too thick. If I misread the tires in these conditions.
He squinted into the mirror, desperate for an edge. The car twitched, then snapped. A near spin.
Even the rain can't hide his luck. But I'm on pole. Championship decides tomorrow.
Even in the rain, he glanced toward the pit wall. That movement, it's unmistakable now.
Sora qualified second. Not enough to break him, but the brush with disaster left a cold knot in his gut. That evening, a message reached him. FIA technical delegate Kaede requests a private meeting.
She knows. That's the only reason she'd call me now. The moment I've dreaded is here.
He walked toward her office with each step heavier than the last. The secret he'd carried for years felt like a stone. Behind the door, Kaede waited, and the championship hung on what she would say next. Sora stepped into the room. Kaede stood by the window, her gaze as sharp as the desert light.
I know, Sora, about the mirror, about your parents, about everything.
How long have you?
18 months of data. 6 races since I confirmed it. You've been lip-reading the pit wall through your rear-view mirror. I haven't penalized you. There's no rule against lip-reading yet. I've been protecting your secret to study it. Is this a legitimate skill or competitive intelligence violation? If you use it tomorrow, I will rule afterward, and you will live with the consequences.
She's not stopping me. She's giving me a choice and a judgment.
Kaede left him with a file and a warning. The secret was out, but the race was still his to run.
I've been racing against the clock my whole life. Now I am racing against a ruling.
Sora sat alone in his hotel room, the city lights of Abu Dhabi flickering like distant promises.
My parents taught me to see what others can't. Is using that gift a betrayal?
He pulled out an old video, his parents signing to the camera, their love transformed into motion. The world speaks in many ways. You see what others miss. He remembered the first time he read a stranger's lips, the thrill of secret understanding.
I am not cheating. I am listening. In the only way I know how.
He spent the hours before dawn weighing the championship against his conscience.
If they penalize me, I'll accept it. But I won't deny the language my parents gave me.
As sunlight crept through the curtains, he closed the notebook for the final time. His choice was made.
Today, I race as I've always raced, seeing what no one else can see.
The paddock crackled with tension on the final morning. Every glance felt like an accusation.
Just one more race. One more chance to catch him.
But then he saw his parents in the grandstand, their hands speaking louder than any engine. Good luck, they signed. You were born to see. Sora lowered himself into the cockpit. The familiar embrace of the seat steadied his breathing.
This is my language. This mirror is my microphone.
He adjusted the mirror. The pit wall came into sharp focus. Every figure, every mouth, ready to be read.
He's looking again. Mark my words. That kid is reading us.
The formation lap began. Engines howled. The desert sun blazed down on the grid.
One race, one choice. Let them see what I can see.
Lights out. The roar of 55 engines swallowed the desert silence. Sora lunged forward, slotting into second.
He's right on my tail. Every lap, he's there.
Sora kept his distance, calculating. Lap after lap, he waited, his eye flicking to the mirror, every braking zone. Lap 15 approached. The pit window would open soon. On the wall, Principal Ito began to move with a purpose. Sora's engineer crackled in his ear, but Sora barely heard. His world had shrunk to the rectangle of glass behind him.
There, that motion. Ito's giving the order.
Tell Yuto to stop. Box, next lap.
Sora's lips parted. He had read it, every syllable.
To stop. The exact pattern from my notebook. Ito never deviates.
His hand hovered over the radio button. The counter strategy was already forming in his mind. Lap 18. Sora's mirror framed Ito's face with terrifying clarity. The principal's lips moved again. To stop. Box, next lap. The words landed in Sora's mind like a hammer blow, the exact pattern he had cataloged years ago. Ito never deviated when leading.
Engineer, we're going one stop. Extend this stint. Trust me.
The radio hissed with confusion. His engineer's voice cracked with disbelief.
I've run the numbers. The one stop works. I need you to trust me now more than ever.
Sora's fingers danced across the steering wheel, adjusting settings for the long haul.
They'll never see it coming. A one-stop counter in the championship decider.
The pit wall remained still. Ito had no idea his silent command had just been turned against him.
This is the moment. The world will see my language now.
Yuto dove into the pits as scheduled. Fresh tires, a flawless stop. But when he emerged, Sora was still on track.
Why is he still out there? He was supposed to stop. That kid is defying everything.
They're reacting. They don't understand. Perfect.
The pit wall erupted. Ito's voice cracked over the radio, but Sora's team held their breath.
He's doing it. The counter strategy. Every move calculated.
Stay safe. His parents signed in the stands, their hands moving with anxious love. The engineer's warning crackled, tire wear increasing, but Sora's voice was steady.
I can manage the wear. Keep me updated on Yuto's pace. We're going to win this.
Skill, not cheating. But the world will decide.
The laps ticked down. The desert sun sank low. The championship was still a gamble. Yuto charged, his fresh tires devouring the gap. The crowd rose as the two cars screamed into the final sector.
His tires are gone. I can smell the championship from here.
Sora defended every inch. His arms ached, his tires howled, but his line never wavered.
He's holding him off. This is impossible. How does he know every move?
In the mirror, Ito's face was a mask of panic. Sora's eye flicked back to the track, calculating.
I am faster. I have him. Just let me through.
3 laps to go. Hold the inside line. He's desperate.
His eye darted to the mirror one last time. Ito was screaming into his radio. Helpless, the finish line loomed ahead. A hairpin away. The championship would be decided in the next breath.
Not yet. Not until the last inch.
The final corner screamed past. Sora's tires begged for mercy, but his right foot stayed planted as the green and white missile fired onto the straight. The checkered flag waved. Sora's car shot across the timing line, a silver blur against the desert twilight.
We did it. The championship is ours.
His engineer's answering cry was raw. You are world champion. You've done it, Sora.
Everything went silent. Every muscle uncoiled. The weight of 14 years finally hit.
He stole it. That was my championship. He knew something.
How? How did he know? It's not possible.
Legitimate skill. That is my ruling. He earned this.
On the cool-down lap, Sora lifted his visor. Tears streamed as he waved to the roaring grandstands.
They taught me to listen in a silent world. Today, the world listened back.
In Parc Fermé, Sora climbed from his car into a wall of noise. His crew swarmed him, screaming his name. His parents pushed through the crowd, their hands flying. You did it. Our boy. Our boy.
Signs while crying. I used the language you gave me. I never forgot where I came from.
This is a farce. That strategy call was impossible. The FIA must investigate.
Other principals joined the chorus. Data tampering, some kind of censor. The accusations flew. Then Kaede stepped forward. The crowd parted. She raised a hand for silence.
There will be an emergency press conference in 30 minutes. All questions will be answered there.
This is it. She's going to tell them everything. My championship, my legacy hangs on her next words.
The press room filled. Every camera lens pointed at the stage. The world waited.
No matter what she says, I did this. My parents taught me to see, and I saw the championship.
Kaede stepped to the microphone. The room's hush was absolute, every breath held in that charged silence.
I have tracked Sora Takahashi for 18 months. His method is lip reading through the rearview mirror. He was born to deaf parents. His skill is an extension of his native language. This is not cheating. The FIA rules no violation. Sora Takahashi's victory stands. His championship is valid.
This is a disgrace. He eavesdropped on our radio signals. He stole the championship.
There is no rule against lip reading. Principal Ito, the decision is final.
As the room erupted, Sora stood and turned to face his parents. Their hands trembled with emotion.
Signing. I learned to listen to a silent world. The pit wall is just another room.
A beat of stunned silence. Then the flash of cameras, the roar of questions. History had been made.
This is who I am. My language, my victory, my parents' gift.
In the weeks following the press conference, the FIA enacted a historic change, a new directive. Visual privacy of team communications. Voice masks for all pit principals during races. The loophole Sora had exploited was now sealed, not as retribution, but as evolution.
They closed the door after I walked through, but my championship stands.
At the next Grand Prix, frosty screens lined every pit wall. Silent lip reading was a bygone art.
My parents' gift reshaped the rulebook. That's a legacy no one can erase.
His notebook, once a clandestine weapon, found a home in a museum display. Beside it, the championship trophy gleamed, a testament to a boy who saw what others missed.
The pit wall is just another room, and I'll always be listening.
A new rule was written, but Sora's legacy was already etched into the sport's history. Far from the roar of engines, a quieter revolution began. Sora's parents became voices for the unheard. Our son taught us that silence is not a weakness, His mother signed to a room full of deaf children. Sora stood beside them, translating their signs into spoken words. His voice cracked with pride.
They gave me a different way to hear. I just used it where no one expected.
He crouched to sign with a young girl, their hands moving in a private dance. You see what others miss. The girl signed back, her eyes shining. The room filled with fluttering hands, applause in a silent language. His parents had found a new purpose, advocating for deaf children in competitive sports.
A championship is a moment. This is a movement.
Together, they taught the world that perception is a power all its own. The championship trophy stood among the relics. But the real artifact was a simple leather-bound notebook. Its pages held the secrets of pit walls and the silence of a deaf household. A new regulation echoed through the paddock. Visual privacy mandated for all team communications. Sora's parents watched from the stands, their hands signing a silent pride. The notebook that outsmarted the grid became a symbol of seeing beyond the visible, and the sport adapted, not to punish, but to recognize the power of perception. A boy who listened with his eyes had taught the world a new language. He taught them to see what they thought was invisible. From his parents' kitchen to the pinnacle of racing, one truth remained. The pit wall was just another room, and in the silence, his legacy roared. The notebook, closed now, rests in silent testament. A life's work bound in leather and ink. A championship ring, heavy with memory, lies upon its cover. Inside, a secret language that once whispered across pit walls, a code no one else could decipher. A language born from the hands of deaf parents, shaped into victory. The sport adapted, the rules rewrote themselves, but the story remains. Every pit wall now shielded, every lip concealed behind voice masks and darkened glass. Yet they remember the boy who saw what no one else could, who listened with his eyes, and in the silence found a roar. He, lip reds, rival pit walls. No one knew until he used it to steal the title, and in the stillness, the legacy endures.